Hey everyone, thank you for being here. Okay, so full disclosure, this is my second attempt and a few hours later. So I had to charge my microphone. It was so completely finished that half the video, I made an entire video and half of it was silent. And I had no idea. So anyway, we're doing this again. That one was really disjointed anyway. So I'm okay with starting over. Just getting a little tired now. I think that's showing on my face a little. But I don't have my mug because it is later, and I just wanted to go ahead and get to it. I will tell you the one I picked earlier was the one that says the bee's knees. You are the bee's knees. And I love that phrase. Has anything changed, Spirit? Is there anything you want to communicate to the collective? Because I always like to start with the vibe and the energy. So what is it that you want to say to the collective about that energy and about that comment or that statement on the mug? The one thing that hasn't changed that came up in the first one is that it's sort of a nonsensical thing because bees don't actually have knees. So, as I understand it anyway, and so that makes you unique. It makes you special. It makes you gifted in ways that you don't even understand. Thank you. That was lovely, Spirit, and much nicer than my rambling about it in the first video. I think some of you, and this is going to be a general reading. I'm getting ready to go ahead and dive into the cards now, both Oracle and Tarot, as a tool to listen to the voice of Spirit. Everything is always about energy and always about tapping into the voice of Spirit. So, if this is your reading, if you have been feeling as though you are questioning everything about your life, about yourself, other people, just if you're enough, if you're good enough, that sort of thing, I can promise you, you are good enough. We all have to evaluate intentions, and we've all been on the receiving end of some pretty negative intentions, I think, as well as positive intentions, but we seem to remember the negative ones more. So if you've been in this place of questioning and uncertainty, that's about to change. And I can feel it. You are going to know exactly what you are supposed to do. And this is all part of the energy for the day of this reading when you receive it or see it, and for the coming few days. I feel like for the next couple of months, actually. Something has shifted in the energy, and all of the questioning, all of the wondering, all of the fear, sadness, grieving, a lot of things are going to start to shift. And you are going to start to step into your place of abundance, of emotional abundance, physical wellness, I say as I cough, and then and I feel like financial abundance. That one will be probably the last one to rise to the level that you are comfortable with, but you are getting ready to make some massive changes, and it's going to be through your efforts and your intention, basically. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we've got here. I'm using, they're called just the Fortune Teller Oracle cards, and the images repeat, so the images are not really so important, but there's not a book or anything with it. There's nothing to interpret. You actually read what's on the card. A guardian angel is watching over you. Feel their presence. So while I was talking, the deck split open, and I knew I was supposed to pick up the one that I couldn't read what it said yet. It was face down. And if you want to screenshot it, there you go. Okay. So a guardian angel is watching over you. Feel their presence. You know you're on the right track, and you know you're divinely guided, and you know you are protected when you feel that energy. You feel, it's almost like on a freezing cold day, having a warm blanket just wrap around you. All right, let's get one more. Okay, well, I think that's it. Oh, and there's two here. All right. A forgotten promise will be fulfilled. Be patient. Actually, there's three because I needed to take the one on the top too. All right, so a forgotten promise will be fulfilled. Be patient. What was it that you wanted when you were a child? What was the one thing that you thought for sure you would do as an adult? I feel like that's the promise. The next card. Your magical abilities are growing. Use them wisely. All right. Speaks for itself. A mysterious message will reveal your true path. Well, how much fun is that? It's like getting a treasure map. All right. So I feel like all three of those are the last three are combined or connected. Something that goes back to your sense of innocence and everything is possible version of you in childhood. You are going to receive a message that will just connect. It's going to resonate with you in a whole new way. And for the first time, you might actually see it as a possibility. And then I can't help but think it has to do with your natural gifts and abilities, because when that came up, that wasn't what was in the first video. So when I basically was channeling or just saying what Spirit was telling me to say, something about gifts or your giftedness or something like that. I don't even remember now. So that's coming up again. All right. All right. It will take effort on your part, but that's okay. Because, it's something that's going to mean something for you. All right. So this one flipped out when I was talking. Look at that. One of the more graphic Ten of Swords. All right, so you are coming to the end of a cycle. Something is dead, finished, over, and you don't have to continually try to revive it. So, what else? Let's just, before I say anything else, let's get a few more cards on this, okay? Oh, and this is the Unfolding Path Tarot. I've used this one quite a few times. All right, the Hierophant. It was just sticking out, and when I say it was jumping up at me, what I mean is, and I've mentioned this before, if the deck does not feel three-dimensional or four-dimensional even, it's just flat. Or I guess it would be three-dimensional, two-dimensional. This is a two-dimensional, or an image. This is not really. There's not really a knight here. Okay, it's a depiction of a knight. That is a two-dimensional flat image. Three-dimensional is when it is fleshed out, and it would be the difference between looking at a 3D film with the glasses on and it looks like it's coming out toward you. So, okay, where am I going with that? With, the energy of the deck. So if it feels flat, if it just feels like a piece of cardstock, I know I'm not supposed to pick it up. If all of a sudden it starts to grow, the energy on it grows, and it's almost like I can reach into it and my palms tingle, I know I'm supposed to get another card and how I'm supposed to get it. I just listen to Spirit. All right, that's your little 101, how I do things. Everybody's different too. So if you're a reader, I'm sure you do it differently. What's on the bottom here? Hoarding. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get more. So we've got Ten of Swords. We have the Hierophant. What else have we got? What else have we got? All right. There's something else here. Light Seers. Okay, I just heard Light Seers. So I need to use this deck. clarification. All right. And this is my little pocket version. Comes in cool tin. Even for a pocket version, I do think this one's just a slightly bit smaller than other pocket versions. And then, of course, I have some of my little mini decks that I enjoy so much. All right. Mother and Father God, Spirit Guides and Guardians, beloved elementals, help me to understand what it is that I am to say. Please provide me with a clarification for these two cards, because there is clearly an ending and a beginning. Help me to understand what this is about with clarity, and for as many people as can be reached, if this is, in fact, their reading. All right. Nothing. What do you want me to do? Just open it to the middle. Star card. All right. And now they want me to try. Yeah. Yep. Eight of Swords. Feel like there's something else. Okay. All right, we had a few come out. All right, we have Eight of Wands. So we've got Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, Knight of Cups, and Strength. Huh. All right. This goes along with how I read as well. It is a little different. When I opened up to the middle and found the Star card, I knew this was off to the side. The other ones I have on top of the Ten of Swords and the Hierophant card. Okay. Anything else? Anything else? Okay, I keep hearing one more. No. Yeah. Okay. All right. And this one. Okay. Wow. Okay. So what's under here that I'm not taking? Nine of Cups, Two of Cups, Seven of Swords. Okay, and a lot of these cards are repeats from the first video I made today. And a couple of these are from, I think, Monday's reading. All right, so here's what we've got. Let me show you. We have Ten of Swords, endings. And I'm getting like bookends. So this is going to, these cards are, they came out differently, and I'm supposed to put them in a weird order. So, okay, so we have endings, but we have new beginnings with the Hierophant. Now I'm going to put that over here. The Star card is further off in the future, but not too far off. All of this is going to transpire very quickly. All right, now the things we have in the middle, the meat on the sandwich, so to speak. All right, or the avocado on the sandwich. I don't know, whatever, or maybe that and an avocado. I don't know. All right, so Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, Knight of Cups, Strength card. In this instance, it's a Leo. Five of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. This is you. If this is your reading, this is you. All right, now, here's what I feel like is happening here and why I've got things bracketed out in such a weird pattern. Someone is going to step in with the truth. This just feels uncomfortable and feels a little devious. So something is finished over, broken, totally finished. But before you get your new start, your new lease on life, so to speak, all of your wishes fulfilled, and you are bursting with the light and energy of your divinity, because you are a unique being with a perfect soul. First, someone from the past is going to step up. They're going to come back in for just long enough to try to screw with your head, because there was a pact made. Here's the devious part. A pact was made, and one person in the pact is running out of time. It feels like a setup. It feels like a setup to expose your wounds, or not expose your wounds, that's not the right way to say it, to put salt in your old wounds. This was just pure, somebody made money off it. So somebody made money to set you up. Hello, baby. But not enough. Yeah, or they didn't complete the contract. There was a contract of some sort to make you go deep into a shell. This is just devious. I don't like it at all. Now, the wrong person was chosen to try to set you up, however, because there were red flags from the start. And you had the strength to identify them and call them out. So good for you. Yeah. Okay, tell you what, this is so horrible and uncomfortable. We are going to go straight to another, because these people are finished. They're over, they're finished. I was wondering. I knew this one was going to be used, but I didn't know how, when, or why. Pulp Tarot. All right, so let's just get to it. What is going to happen as a result of these people forming a pact? All right. And then we're going to find out, because you're thriving. You're doing well. You are doing just fine. And that's because you have positive intentions. And that's because your energy just is very light and bright, and it feels good. It just really, truly feels good. So let's just very quickly, and then we're going to move on and look at what's coming in that's good for anyone who might, this could be your reading, even if it isn't. We're going to look for something positive coming in for the collective, because I'm not about to let this reading in like this. And this is nothing like what the last one was. that has no sound. So anyway, Mother and Father God, please, archangels, protection team, this is so uncomfortable. Please just step in now. Thank you. And what message, what is going to happen? Oh, they've already started to collapse and crumble from within. There is embarrassment. There is a sense of not accomplishing. This is a very arrogant group of people, and they really, truly believed They had the right, the authority, the entitlement to try to see you crash and burn. No one ever has that right. Ever. Okay. So what will be the outcome? Well, okay, here's what I'm going to ask, because I don't even care. Don't even care. Anyone that negative? No, don't even care. So here's what I'm going to ask from the Spirit Guides and Guardians to use this deck, the Pulp Tarot. All right, so if this is your reading in the collective, is this anything you need to be concerned about? Will there be, with this person trying to come back, you know, at this point, if you put up enough of a wall and a shield, they're going to get that sense of a pushback, and I don't even think they'll bother. I'm also, thank you, I'm also getting that you know too much. So, yeah. All right. So, is there anything about this that you need to be aware of if this is your reading? Is there anything the member or members of the collective need to know about this? Yeah. Okay. 5 of Cups. You're not missing out. You're not missing out on anything. Sorry, little baby. You're not missing out on a thing. Okay? All right. You blamed yourself for a while because you thought, what must I be doing wrong? Well, you're not doing anything wrong. You are simply being thoughtful, kind, and giving, and you probably overgave. You're a high priestess, and the minute people forget that, they find out really fast. You can manifest, you can change, you can do... Oh, wow. You're also an empress. So between embodying the energy of the high priestess and the empress, okay, this is funny. This is what I'm hearing, because I'm like, how do I even say this? And what I heard was, mere mortals cannot touch you. Now, you're living in a mortal existence, a human existence, and so you get caught up in your emotions, and that's okay. But then you remember who you are, a high priestess and an empress. Nurturing, loving, but with the strength of Mother Nature, Gaia, and the alchemical abilities and the psychic abilities of a high priestess. Good for you. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. So even though this is representative of the pity party we all throw ourselves, and we've all been there, I promise you. But what will get you out of that faster than anything is realizing, hold on, this isn't right. I don't deserve this. Because you're a high priestess and you see through it, and you are an empress and you know you deserve better. Now, the other card that came out, the 5 of Pentacles. There was a pact made to leave you out in the proverbial cold. And the only people that are collapsing from within are the ones who created the contract and the pact with each other. You can't be that devious. You cannot be that devious and expect to live a light-filled life. And you know my favorite phrase, your life will bear out your truth. Okay. So, anything else? Anything else? So, call in your teams and then forget about it. Yeah. Nope, that's it. Because you have nothing to worry about and you have nothing to fear. Because even if you don't know exactly what you would do when push comes to shove, you know what to do. The knowledge, the energy, and the information will fly out of your fingertips. Okay. Interesting. Well, this started out kind of creepy and scary, and it ended with a reminder of just how powerful you are. Interestingly, that's what the first video was. But it was very disjointed and kind of all over the place and just like, okay, I'm just getting the message. You're, be a unicorn. That was the bulk of it. So, your uniqueness is not something to be afraid of or embarrassed about. Your uniqueness is your power and your strength. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. I want to do one more thing here. And I've got rose water here. Oh, it feels so good. All right. No, not this one. Let's take a look at our elementals. All right. So we are going to get a message now for the member of the collective, Oracle of the Fairies. Okay, here's the other thing. I have a feeling that since this recognition has happened, and this reading, what it will do is, for those of you who already kind of knew this, it will validate it. It's not something that you have to go look for or find or figure out. You already know it, but you just don't have hard evidence. This is just validating it and to let it go, because they will reap what they have been sowing. And it's a group. They will reap everything they have been sowing. You don't have to do a thing. The only caution I would give you is don't get wrapped up in, and you do whatever you want to do. It's general reading. You're an adult. And you are adults. But if this is your reading, just remember your emotions, getting caught up in your emotions. Your emotions are real, but getting caught up in the wave of emotion, you may be feeling someone else's emotion, because the vast majority, if not every single one of you, are at the minimum empathic. So you may very well pick up other people's emotions, who are living in regret, who are living in whatever emotion attached to whatever happened. So that the Five of Cups card, I feel like that's a little bit of what that is, just kind of getting caught up in the wave of your emotions, and you're like, man, I don't like feeling this way. Well, that ends, and that ends today. When you remember, and male or female, it doesn't matter. It's about the energy from the reading and from the cards. When you remember your energy as a High Priestess and an Empress. But since it was specifically those two, the feminine version of those two cards of, it's just, it could have been any combination, but it was those two. If you are a male, then tap into your receptive abilities to discern what is around you. Yeah, but okay, so, God, it gets worse. So you've been cheated on, you've been lied to, and you've been manipulated. And that's what it amounts to. And not by one person. It's almost as though it were a game. Until you flip the table over. Okay. So call in your teams and remember, You are the supreme energy. And when you call on the creator of all things, and when the creator of all things sees what you have had to experience by people who claim to have either spiritual knowledge or be spiritually minded people, well, I wouldn't want to be them. And it's not that I believe in a being of retribution, but I do believe that everybody has to understand the role they played and what they have done to others. Okay. Here we go. Right now I'm going to give you a message from the elemental kingdoms. Hi, little baby. From the elemental kingdoms. Okay? All right. And always call in your protection team. Your healing team too. Because this is going to go a long way toward healing your mind, body, spirit connection and healing any physical infirmities that you might have. All right. So, let's get to it. Maybe that's why I had all those readings about trust and uncertainty, about friend groups or romance or whatever. You know, having boundaries does not mean that you're unfriendly. It just means that you are evaluating. Okay, I'm going to open it up to, now they want me to do it one more time. Okay. All right, that one. Anything else? Anything else for the collective? Okay, what do we got? Manifestation. All right, that's a good one. Manifestation. That little tiny writing again. Oh, here we go. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. And I don't have trouble reading, I just can't read the print. All right, let's try again. Manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation step 1. Okay. We're going to do a little paraphrasing. All right. So, once you know what you want, and I believe you don't even have to know exactly what you want, because then you might limit what spirit brings to you. So if you simply say, I want a career that is fulfilling, that helps me to experience my life purpose while providing me with the resources I need and want. Because if you say, I want a job with X company to making X amount of money, well, you know, you might be miserable. So you might find something better. Hey, little baby. So, oh, thank you. All right. Yeah. So I'm sorry, I think I am tired. Manifestation. And if you're the High Priestess and the Empress, your manifestation abilities are just off the charts. Now, if you want, you can write it down, and it doesn't have to be prose. It could be in bullet form. I like a manifestation journal, and that's all I put in it, and it's in bullet form or one-line sentences that are split up, so it's not like you don't have to dig through a bunch of stuff. It's fairly large. I make sure that I write it larger than what I would normally read or write if I were just writing myself, you know, a letter of some sort, you know, or writing a letter of some sort, not to me, but and every time I look at that journal or I put my hand on it, it makes me happy because it's filled with only positive energy, positive intentions. So that could be something you do, or on one of the moon cycles, or I wouldn't do it on an eclipse. And we're getting ready to have a solar eclipse on the new moon, and I wouldn't do it on a new moon, but you might want to even like put it on selenite to charge it, or you could fold it up on a piece of paper and burn it in a fireproof dish or in a candle safely, or outside in a fire pit, and watch the smoke rise up, and know that your wishes and your manifestations, because they're not wishes, because you know they're going to come true, your manifestations will rise up and be heard like a prayer. Or a water, or in the water, you could visualize yourself speaking the words into a source of water and watching it drift downstream. Sometimes that's good to do with things you want to get rid of, but sometimes when you focus on a manifestation so intensely every day, well, has it happened yet? Has it happened yet? It's like a kid in a car. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? No, we're only like 1 minute closer than we were before, so it feels like it takes forever to get there. When you kind of just set it, forget about it, that's when you realize, oh, okay. And then one day you just realize you get this brilliant idea, and then you realize, I think I know what I want to do now, or I'm going to try this, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, but you tried. All right. So, what a strange reading. It had a lot of energy too, because I could feel just these waves of energy. I was feeling a lot of intensity is what I was feeling. So the good news is you are out of that, away from that. You don't have to deal with it again. If you do, it will be in passing. But I think that I get the feeling this group may be trying. I'm sorry, baby. Maybe trying to find their next mark. Okay, and I'm not saying that as a name. I'm saying the next person to dupe, but it won't be you. All right, I'm sending you love and gratitude. And be well. Take care. And I am sending you so much love and gratitude. We need to hold each other up. There are always people who want to tear you down. So let's hold each other up and lift each other up. Okay? And that's what the Creator sees. Thank you so much. And you haven't done anything wrong. You have a good heart, a perfect soul. Please remember that. Okay. All right. Bye.